Hello, brothers, and welcome to Sigma Old Man Channel. The lion does not turn around when the small dog barks. This ancient proverb perfectly captures the essence of Sigma males, calm, untouchable, and utterly uninterested in the noise around them. Did you know that in the animal kingdom, the creatures most feared are often the ones that move silently? The same applies to Sigmas. They don't need loud roars or flashy dominance to command respect. They exude it effortlessly. The weak fear them because they can't predict or control them, while the strong admire their focus and independence. It's like watching someone play chess while everyone else is fumbling with checkers. They're 10 moves ahead and no one knows how they got there. Stick around, because what makes Sigma males both terrifying and magnetic is a paradox you won't want to miss. Number 1, the untouchable neutrality of Sigma males. Why they're feared and admired in equal measure. Sigma males exist in a category of their own, neither striving to be the hero nor succumbing to the temptation of being the villain. They reject the need for labels altogether, which makes them both enigmatic and untouchable. Their neutrality is not passive, it's a deliberate choice. Unlike those who seek power to dominate or serve, Sigmas focus solely on their own purpose, moving through life like an unstoppable current, silent yet forceful. The weak find this neutrality unsettling because it strips them of control. Sigmas cannot be lured into meaningless conflicts or manipulated with emotional bait. To weak individuals who thrive on hierarchy and predictability, this indifference feels threatening. After all, how do you influence someone who doesn't care to be either liked or feared? The answer is simple: you don't. Sigmas operate on their own terms, making them immune to the drama, politics, and validation-seeking that others desperately cling to. On the flip side, the strong admire this detachment. It signals a level of self-mastery that most can only dream of. While the weak see neutrality as aloofness, the strong recognize it as an unshakable inner confidence. By refusing to be boxed into the role society tries to impose, Sigmas live life authentically, unconstrained by expectations. This refusal to pick sides, to play hero or villain, isn't weakness, it's the ultimate flex. Sigma males don't just avoid the game, they rewrite the rules entirely, forcing others to play on their terms. To some, this makes them the ultimate wild card. To others, it makes them the most dangerous piece on the board. Number 2, effortless presence. How Sigma males command attention without trying. When a Sigma male walks into a room, the energy shifts, subtly but undeniably. They don't need to speak loudly, flaunt wealth, or demand attention. Their presence alone is enough to turn heads. This quiet magnetism comes from an authenticity that can't be faked, and it's this very trait that divides the room into two camps, the unsettled and the impressed. For the weak, who thrive on approval and validation, this natural charisma is deeply unsettling. They've spent their lives mastering the art of people-pleasing, trying to fit into every mold society hands them. And then, here comes the Sigma, who seems to command the room effortlessly, as if the rules of social dynamics simply don't apply to him. It's infuriating, even threatening, to witness someone succeed without pandering to anyone. On the other hand, the strong recognize and admire this presence because it's rooted in something rare: unshakable self-awareness. Charisma isn't something you can fake, and Sigma males prove that it's not something you're born with either. It's something you cultivate by being unapologetically yourself. The strong see this as proof that authenticity is more powerful than any rehearsed charm or calculated move. What makes it even more fascinating is that Sigmas don't try to steal the spotlight. They exist in the room as if the room itself is adjusting to accommodate them, not the other way around. No flashy entrances, no over-the-top gestures, just an aura of quiet confidence that commands respect without asking for it. To the weak, it's an unnerving reminder of their own insecurities. To the strong, it's an inspiring example of what happens when someone lives entirely on their terms. Number 3, the enigma of Sigma males, why the unpredictable always terrifies the weak. Weak people thrive in a world of predictability. They seek comfort in knowing what's coming next, in defining others within rigid, familiar boxes. But then along comes a Sigma male, a walking mystery revealing only fragments of himself, and their carefully crafted sense of control crumbles. Sigmas are masters of calculated ambiguity. They don't over-explain, overshare, or advertise their moves. This keeps them 2 steps ahead and leaves everyone else guessing. To the weak, who rely on controlling narratives to feel powerful, this lack of transparency is deeply unsettling. It's like trying to solve a puzzle without all the pieces. It drives them mad. How do you control someone whose motives you can't even pin down? This fear stems from insecurity. When someone can't read a Sigma male, they project their own fears onto him, imagining him as either a threat or a disruptor, and honestly, they're not entirely wrong. Sigmas disrupt the status quo simply by existing. Their refusal to conform or follow predictable patterns forces others to question their own need for control. And that's a confrontation most weak people would rather avoid. On the flip side, this enigmatic nature is also what makes Sigmas so magnetic to those who are strong. The strong respect their ability to operate without broadcasting every move. They see it not as a threat, but as a powerful advantage, proof of someone who doesn't need validation or constant attention to know their value. For the weak, Sigma males are an unsolvable riddle. For the strong, they're a fascinating study in controlled power. Either way, Sigmas keep everyone on their toes, proving that when you can't be understood, you can't be controlled. And that, in itself, is the ultimate power move. Number 4, turning pain into power, why Sigma males thrive where others fall. Adversity breaks most people, but for Sigma males, it's the ultimate training ground. They don't just endure challenges, they dissect them, extract their lessons, and use them as ammunition for their growth. While others crumble under pressure, Sigmas rise from the ashes sharper and more determined than ever. This ability to transform hardship into fuel is what sets them apart, striking fear in the weak and admiration in the strong. To the weak, Sigma resilience is a mirror they'd rather not face. It exposes their own fragility, their tendency to fold at the first sign of struggle. Watching a Sigma not just survive but thrive in the face of obstacles is a reminder of their own inability to weather the storm. It's unsettling because it challenges the belief that adversity is purely destructive. Sigmas prove it can also be transformative, and that truth is hard to swallow for those who've allowed challenges to define them negatively. The strong, however, see this resilience for what it truly is, a testament to grit and adaptability. They admire the way Sigmas don't wallow in self-pity or seek sympathy. Instead, they channel their energy into solutions, turning every setback into a stepping stone. This mindset isn't just inspiring, it's contagious. The strong recognize that resilience of this caliber is forged in fire, and they respect anyone who comes out of life's furnace stronger than they went in. For Sigma males, adversity isn't the end of the story, it's the plot twist that makes them even more formidable. And that's what terrifies the weak. They know that while they're still licking their wounds, the Sigma is already turning scars into armor. Number 5, Unshakable Integrity, why Sigma males' principles strike fear and command respect. Sigma males don't just talk about values, they embody them, regardless of the circumstances. Their decisions are guided by principles, not the shifting winds of convenience or social pressure. This unwavering commitment to their own moral compass makes them a force to be reckoned with. For the weak, it's downright terrifying. For the strong, it's nothing short of admirable. Weak people often bend and twist their values to fit in, chasing approval at the cost of authenticity. They'll go along with the crowd, compromise their beliefs, and justify it as necessary. But when they encounter a Sigma male, someone who refuses to fold no matter the stakes, it feels like a silent judgment, a glaring reminder of their own lack of backbone. Sigmas don't just resist peer pressure. They obliterate it by staying true to themselves without making a scene. That kind of quiet defiance shakes the weak to their core because it exposes the cost of their conformity. The strong, however, see this steadfastness as a hallmark of true character. In a world where people sell out their values for quick wins, someone who refuses to negotiate their integrity is rare. It's not about being stubborn, it's about knowing who you are and standing by it, even when it's inconvenient or unpopular. The strong respect that because it takes courage, discipline, and self-awareness, qualities they aspire to themselves. For Sigma males, principles are non-negotiable, no matter the cost. And that's exactly why they stand out. They don't need approval or applause for their choices. They simply live by a code that's unshakable. To the weak, it's a threat. To the strong, it's a beacon of what true integrity looks like. Number 6, the trendsetters who refuse to follow. Why Sigmas lead while others scramble. In a world obsessed with chasing the latest trends, Sigma males stand apart as the ones who create them. They don't follow the crowd or seek validation through popular opinion. Instead, they chart their own course, often without even realizing they're setting a standard others will later emulate. This independence terrifies the weak and fascinates the strong, creating a stark divide in how Sigmas are perceived. For the weak, who are constantly looking outward for direction, the Sigma's self-reliance is deeply unsettling. Weak individuals thrive on fitting in, measuring their worth by how well they conform to societal expectations. Watching a Sigma male blaze his own trail, indifferent to trends or approval, feels like witnessing someone break all the rules of their carefully constructed world. It's intimidating because it forces them to question whether they've been living authentically or merely as shadows of the latest fad. On the other hand, the strong see this trailblazing quality as the ultimate mark of leadership. True innovation doesn't come from asking permission or copying what's popular. It comes from having the vision and courage to be the first. The strong recognize that Sigmas don't seek to lead, yet they naturally do so by living authentically. Their unpredictability isn't chaotic, it's strategic. It's the kind of boldness that inspires respect and envy in equal measure. Sigmas don't aim to stand out, they simply refuse to blend in. This quiet defiance makes them the trendsetters everyone else scrambles to catch up with. While the weak see it as a threat to their fragile sense of belonging, the strong see it for what it truly is, the hallmark of a leader who redefines what's possible without waiting for anyone's approval. Number 7, the quiet power of discipline. Why the strong respect Sigma males. Sigma males possess a level of discipline that most people can only aspire to. They don't waste energy chasing trends, hype, or fleeting distractions. Their focus is razor-sharp, their strategy deliberate. This unshakable self-control makes them not just effective, but unstoppable, commanding the admiration of those who understand the value of inner strength. For the strong, discipline is the ultimate flex, and Sigmas wear it effortlessly. They aren't swayed by noise or overwhelmed by the pressure to conform. Their priorities are clear, their actions precise. While others are caught up in the frenzy of doing everything for everyone, Sigmas do only what matters, and they do it exceptionally well. This clarity of purpose, paired with an unyielding commitment to their goals, isn't just rare, it's revolutionary. What sets Sigmas apart isn't just their ability to stay focused, it's how they make it look so natural. They don't announce their grind or seek applause for their dedication. Their progress happens in silence, but the results speak louder than any words ever could. This quiet discipline is what makes them immune to external distractions. They don't seek motivation from the outside because their drive comes from within, and that's what truly sets them apart from the crowd. The strong admire Sigmas because they recognize the difficulty of mastering this level of control. It's not just about ignoring distractions, it's about building the mental fortitude to prioritize what truly matters no matter the noise. While others might burn out chasing temporary highs, Sigmas are steady, deliberate and unrelenting in their pursuit of purpose. This rare form of discipline doesn't just set them apart, it cements their place as individuals the strong respect and aspire to emulate. Number 8, beyond the game, why Sigmas redefine power without playing by the rules. Sigma males have no interest in climbing the social hierarchy or battling for dominance. Their worth isn't tied to where they rank in someone else's game because they've already opted out of it. This refusal to participate leaves the weak seething and the strong intrigued because it redefines what power truly looks like. For the weak, whose sense of self-worth depends on how they measure up to others, the Sigma's detachment is infuriating. They can't understand someone who isn't obsessed with winning or proving superiority. To them, power is a contest, and not playing the game feels like a rejection of the rules they live by. Worse yet, the Sigma's confidence, untethered to titles, status, or approval, highlights just how fragile their own sense of worth really is. The strong, however, recognize this independence as the ultimate flex. True power isn't about how many people you can dominate. It's about how untouchable you are without needing to dominate anyone. Sigmas exude this kind of inner confidence, the kind that doesn't seek validation or recognition. It's not that they reject power, they just don't chase it. And ironically, this very detachment is what makes them powerful. Sigmas prove that strength isn't about controlling others, it's about controlling yourself. They move through the world on their own terms, unaffected by petty rivalries or social pecking orders. This unbreakable self-assurance doesn't just challenge the rules of dominance, it rewrites them entirely. While the weak hate what they can't understand, the strong see it as a new blueprint for what confidence, power, and freedom truly mean. Number 9, the Sigma's X-ray vision, why liars can't hide from their unmatched perception. Weak people thrive on manipulation, using deceit and half-truths to gain leverage. But Sigmas, they see right through that nonsense, like a predator spotting prey from miles away. This unique ability to detect insincerity is terrifying to the weak, who rely on facades to protect their fragile egos and self-interests. To them, the Sigma's sharp perception is an existential threat. They can't hide behind their lies because Sigmas expose the cracks in their carefully crafted masks. Sigmas have an instinctive radar for dishonesty, and it's not about catching people out for sport. It's simply that they can't be fooled because they don't need to be. They don't seek approval or validation, so the lies people tell to gain favor or manipulate situations are transparent to them. This isn't just a skill, it's an innate understanding of human nature. When someone lies, the Sigma can almost feel the weight of their dishonesty, and that's what makes them so unnerving to those who play the game of manipulation. For the weak, being exposed is the worst possible outcome. It's not just about losing face, it's about their entire strategy collapsing. Sigmas don't need to confront these people directly. Their mere presence makes the facade feel brittle. It's as if the Sigma's calm, unwavering demeanor is the spotlight that reveals every hidden agenda in the room. To the strong, this skill is a form of power. It's not about calling people out, it's about standing firm in your truth while everyone else scrambles to maintain theirs. Sigmas don't need to engage in the drama because they already know the truth, unspoken, unfiltered, and clear. In a world where most people hide behind masks, Sigmas are the rare ones who see the world as it truly is. And that's what makes them a force to be reckoned with. Number 10, the lone wolf advantage, why Sigmas carve their own path and make the weak uneasy. While the weak gather in cliques like safety nets, clinging to others for protection and validation, Sigmas take the opposite route. They walk alone, carving their path with a level of precision and purpose that demands respect. Their independence is not just a choice, it's a power move that forces others to confront their own dependency. For the weak, this autonomy is uncomfortable. It challenges their entire approach to life, where safety is found in numbers and social groups offer a sense of belonging. Seeing someone navigate the world confidently without relying on a single person or group forces them to ask, why can't I do that? The thought of facing the world without backup becomes terrifying, and they respond with jealousy or fear. Sigmas don't just exist outside the cliques. They make everyone around them realize that they don't need them either. This independence is both unsettling and enviable. The weak often look at Sigmas with a mix of discomfort and admiration, wanting what they have but not willing to pay the price for it. They see the Sigma's path as something they'll never be able to walk because it requires something they lack: unshakable confidence, self-reliance, and the willingness to stand alone. The strong, on the other hand, recognize the value of this solitary strength. They see it for what it is, a testament to inner control and a refusal to be defined by others. To them, the Sigma's ability to thrive independently is a sign of true power, one that doesn't need to rely on external validation or the comfort of group dynamics. Sigmas carve their own path because they know their value isn't measured by others' approval. It's something they create for themselves. And that's why the strong respect them. The Sigma effect: power in silence, precision, and independence. Sigmas are more than just a quiet force. They are the embodiment of power redefined. They don't need to chase validation, dominate conversations, or fit into a prescribed role to be respected. Their strength lies in their neutrality, their ability to navigate the world on their own terms, and their uncanny knack for cutting through noise with laser-focused precision. The weak fear them because they refuse to be manipulated by societal expectations or cliques. They are untouchable, unreachable, and unapologetically themselves. The strong admire them because they see what others can't. A person who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. To be a Sigma isn't to follow a script. It's to write your own. Their silence holds more weight than most people's words, and their actions, though sparse, are calculated and potent. They move through life with the kind of control that challenges the chaos around them, forcing both the weak and the strong to confront their own limitations. The true power of the Sigma lies in their refusal to be anything other than themselves. They carve their path with surgical precision, unaffected by the noise of the world. And it's in this very refusal to conform that they inspire admiration, fear, and respect. Whether feared by the weak or revered by the strong, Sigmas redefine what it means to be truly powerful. They don't play the game, they change the rules. If you found this breakdown of Sigma males fascinating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing insights like these. Make sure to like this video and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on the Sigma mindset. And hey, if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Let's get the conversation going and keep unraveling what it truly means to be extraordinary. Bye for now and see you in the next video.